ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day. An unplanned video for you here, but we're 3 days or so into ownership of this double cab SR5 TRD off-road coming from a TRD Pro, and I just wanted to give you a quick update. The truck only has 85 miles on it. When it was delivered to me, it had like 5 or 6 miles on it. So over the past couple days after work, I've taken it for a little ride just to get a feel for it, to see some of the pros and cons and the things that I like about it. Now, I'm very blessed. I've been able to drive quite a few new generation Tundras. We've driven a limited TRD off-road, we've driven a Capstone, we've driven a few TRD Pros, and now this SR5. What I'm about to say to you, I would not have thought I would say a week ago before I drove this vehicle right here, but this is the best driving new generation Toyota Tundra yet. All right, now if you remember last generation, if you were able to drive the Crew Max and the double cab, there was a lot of difference when it came to the feel of the truck. The double cab always felt like the steering was a little bit tighter. It felt like the truck had a little more pick-me-up than the Crew Max. And that is exactly the same thing when it comes to the new generation. This is the first double cab I've driven after driving a lot of different Crew Maxes. This has the regular iForce engine in it. I'm coming from an iForce Max. So I'll be honest with you, I didn't really know what I would think about the truck. But just like last generation, the truck feels a lot more nimble on the road. The steering is amazing. The turning radius doesn't seem as bad as some of the Crew Maxes that I've driven. Overall, just on the short little road trips I've taken with this so far, I'm in love with this truck. I'm telling you, if you have the opportunity to drive a double cab, please do so. One thing I absolutely love about it is the iForce engine is actually a very smooth shifting engine. Not a lot of issues as far as confusion with the engine, what gear to be in, the feel of it. It's just everything is silky smooth with it, and it is refreshing. Also, I love the braking of this truck. It's something that I was not expecting. The overall feel of everything in here is very good. Now, we're coming from a lot of technology, a lot of interior features of the TRD Pro into this SR5, and this is lacking quite a few features, but it doesn't have the things in it anymore that I never really used anyway, so I don't feel like I took a huge step down. Haven't done anything with the back seat yet, which that will be, you know, the true tale of the show. But just as far as the drivability of the vehicle goes and being able to take it out on the road and go on a couple of, you know, short 35, 40 mile trips just to get a feel for it, little stop and go traffic, little, you know, 50, 55 mile an hour road traffic, just to see overall how the truck is. I just want you folks to know that this is awesome, and I'm so happy I got this truck. There was a time where, you know, I was getting out of the TRD Pro because I couldn't afford it, to be honest with you. I couldn't afford it, and I was going to go back into an SR5, which I've been in plenty of SR5s, but you know, I kind of didn't know how I would feel about it, but it was something I definitely wanted to try out. And it turns out of all these high-end expensive Tundras that I've been able to drive, this one is my favorite one so far when it comes to new generation. I'm happy with this truck big time, and I'm going to be in this truck for as long as humanly possible. The payment is now right, the technology is fine in here, the truck is fun to drive. I'm actually excited to get up and drive it every day, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're in the market for a Tundra, please don't feel like you shouldn't take a look at the SR5, whether it be TRD Off-Road, TRD Sport, or regular SR5. As I always say to you guys, you can really get these trucks built up as far as luxury these days. It's not just, this is an SR5 and this is how you have to take it. If you like the technology, this truck is a perfect example of a good amount of technology here. We have this thing loaded up pretty good, but you know, you can get it with a lot less features and make it a lot more cheap than this one was. This one was about $57,000, but the drivability and the braking are absolutely my two favorite things. Coming from that iForce Max, I feel like I got into this truck and I really was going to have a good gauge on, you know, which engine is better for the long run, and everyone's going to be different. That iForce Max is a beast. It is fast. It is immediately when you put your foot on the gas pedal, say you're coming off of a stop sign or a traffic light, the thing rockets down the road. This one, it takes a minute to get going a little bit, but once you get around 2,500, 3,000, the engine is fine. This truck, being the double cab, it just ultimately feels lighter. And that's something that I'm very happy with. So that is a quick 5-minute video update on a few road trips I took with it. I wanted to get back with you guys when I actually took the truck out with the camera off. I always like to do my first impressions video, camera on, here's what's going on, here's how I feel about the truck. But then I like to go out on the road with it and really get a feel for it to see, you know, just pay attention to a couple more things versus when the camera is on, and I'm just talking about the driving experience of the truck. So far, so great. Honestly, could not be happier, and this is absolutely the best new generation Tundra experience I've had so far. When I drove the Limited was the first one I drove, and that was a regular iForce TRD off-road. It kind of left me scratching my head. I wasn't a huge fan of the feel of the truck. So I was like, okay, we'll check out the iForce Max. Drove some iForce Max Tundras, love the iForce Max. And that is honestly a great option, absolutely. Problem is the iForce Max doesn't come in these double cabs. So when I got into this double cab, I didn't know what I would feel, but ladies and gentlemen, please, if you're in the market and you don't necessarily use your back seats that much, just like last generation, the double cab always feels a little bit faster, a little bit more sporty than you know, the Crew Max Tundra. And I'm hoping to hear from not only owners of the new generation Tundra double cab, but owners of the old generation double cab. Do you agree with me? The double cab always feels a little bit different, a little bit faster, a little bit more attentive when it comes to getting on that pedal. Can't wait to hear what you guys say, but so far so good. Very, very happy owner right now, and man, just excited to spend more time with this truck and learn more with it and hear what you guys have to say. You guys have a great day. Be safe and be well.